Good evening, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Psycho's Platters, always powered by coffee each and every time. The big lamb and the big ham is here. That is absolutely right. Chris, hello. Yes, even Satan's here. Dustin's not. And we're just going to have ourselves a little bit of fun, per se, even if this is pretty much going to be a tribute episode. I did kind of say that if we were going to try to do a show on Monday, that we would do a tribute. And so basically, as you can probably figure out from the title, calling all girls with eyes of love, dot, 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 the harder they come. Well, it wasn't exactly intended the way that it sounds, but basically that's right. We are going to be talking about Freddie Mercury and Eric Carr, who both died November 24th, 1991. We're going to dabble into both of them, along with, yes, that's right, rest in peace, Jimmy Cliff, also on the 24th. So, boy, oh boy, oh boy. Mike is a little hollow and low out. Gee, not this again. Well, let's see. I don't understand, to be honest with you, but let's see. I took the echo cancellation off, and this is as high as I can go with that. So, I don't know. I gotta leave the mic background noise, but I did take the stereo audio off. Maybe we'll be okay with that. Needless to say, that's right. The harder they fall. Nick, how you doing? Good to see you. Good to see everybody here. I know it's a Monday night. I normally don't do shows on Monday night, but like I said, being that um, tonight, being that it's a special day in music history for three now of our musicians they're all going like flies. They really, really are. And I don't know what to say about it, to be honest with you. Uh, I've, it's not getting any better per se for a lot of these artists. I would say cherish them, when you can, and go catch them if you can. And let's see, what else was I going to bring up before I started all of this? Um, oh yeah. Now I'm not going to put this until um, I think what's going to happen is, due to I have to work Wednesday, there will not be a Tuesday night show. Okay, so there won't be a show tomorrow night, but I will be on certain channel that starts with the letter R. And no, it's not a pirate channel. See what I did there? That's kind of funny. And then, how you doing? I like the avatar. I do, I do, I do. That is neat. I don't know where that's from, but I like it. But so the schedule, hopefully will go like this. I'll be on, hopefully, maybe I'll be on the Ghost Show tomorrow night. And then, like I said, due to I have to work Wednesday and get up early, normally I'm off, you see. But that's why we would do Tuesday night shows. But we're going to hold off on that till Wednesday night. Okay. We'll do a show Wednesday night and sometime on Thanksgiving. Don't know when yet, but that looks like the broadcasting week at the moment. Is that all right? We're going to try around here. Yes, that's right, the Rojas show. No, you know what? I think I only was ever on Jason Rojas's once. That was a long time ago. I think even Rojas, was on this show once as well. A long time ago. Anyways, now, okay, what's wrong, Toby? I'm hearing you meow. Oh, there you are. Hi. Just don't get me with your claws into my sack, if you will, because like you did that the other day. What? I know. You're lonely. Mommy's not here for a couple days. Double D. Was Clemberg's birthday? Ow! Ow, your claws are sharp. Birthday yesterday. I was with him. I was with. Oh man, hold on. Oh jeez. I was with a few of his friends last night, so we raised a glass to him. This is for you, Clem. I loved your drumming. Can't believe I won't see him again. I'll tell you, that's tough stuff. It really is, Dave. Honestly, David. Yes, hey Toby, you want some Fatima cigarettes and some blue coal? Would that help? Hey Johnny, how you doing? Yes, yes, yes. Gathering up people, and that's nice. Um, so yeah, please smash the like button if you feel like it, and check your subscriptions. We've had a couple new subscribers. I brought that up yesterday, and then also what I was going to say is I'll put it in the next episode's title. But as of this morning, the Psycho Platter channel has hit over 200,000 views. I am very pleased. Thank you to the audience. All these almost 15 years in watching the Psycho Platter show, and I like doing what I do when I can. Someday maybe I'll have at least a semi-regular schedule. Until then, it almost feels like a fly-by-night pirate radio type thing, what we do here. But I am happy about it for what it's worth. Nick says, David, I'm sure Clem was right there with you guys. So I bet he was too. I did hit the like, only one come on, hit the button. um, and then the other thing that I'll bring up on the next show, okay? Um, so remember I told you guys about Ronnie Dark, um, Wax Museum with Ronnie Dark. It's Ronnie and John the Commander Walsh and Mike Adams. They started the Kickstarter campaign yesterday to help save the show. The Kickstarter goal is $5,000. You're not going to believe this, gang. As of about 90 minutes ago, they have raised $2,300 of that goal. If you don't know what I'm talking about, um, the Wax Museum with Ronnie Dark and the others that I just said about is on Sunday nights, 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. It's a 3-hour radio show. And Ronnie is a veteran of, I want to say, close to 30 years in Syracuse, New York radio and other surrounding areas. Okay. And they play 50s too, even some new stuff, but mostly 50s to 90s pretty much. Okay. Stuff you're not going to hear. Album cuts, deep cuts, single edits, bands you maybe never have heard of. And from time to time, we're going to go off and bring this up. You are not going to, Toby. Oh, no, you don't. See, this is your punishment now. Now you get to hang here for a minute for trying to go behind the wiring of the laptop. What? I smell like Cocoa Pebbles. Leave me alone. Cocoa Pebbles and coffee. What do you think about that? What other channel in the VC has a cameo guest like this one? Hmm? I'm not saying the only channel with cats. We already proved that there is more. But this one here, she's something else, don't you think? Big ham and little ham. Big lamb, little lamb, as Brandon would say over in Australia. I feel your heart. You still have one. I love you. Jen says, I do, but sometimes but mine's a dog. I love you. What are you looking at? I have no clue what you're looking at whatsoever. I really, 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 really don't. Yeah, no chewing the wires, Toby. That'd be a big no-no. How's the guy with the Robert Smith hair? I don't know. He's here. Ask him yourself. She sees dead people. Yikes. You, I think she probably does too. Either that or just something. All right, off you go. Anyways, yeah, she sees dead people. That'll be me. Well, at least you maybe would have some more song ideas and inspiration. Yikes. That's not a good way to get song ideas and inspiration, I'll admit that. Ha, Randy says. Okay. I did put up the link if people want to come up, but, oh, and one last thing. If you care to, please donate. Cheap coffee, cheap records, help offset the StreamYard fee. Please and thank you. Always important, but not necessary. All right. Let's start all this out, okay? So, let's see. Thank you for watching. Subbing did that already. I got a loose script here, pretty much. So, Freddie Mercury, born in 1946, died in 1991 at the age of 45. I wrote little things here. In 1958, at the age of 12 in India, he created a band called the Hectics. Yeah, 1958 at age 12. They were covering Cliff Richard, Elvis, and Little Richard, and others. It'd be funny if there was a tape from that, but there's not, to my knowledge, and I looked up on YouTube, too. Not saying YouTube is the magic catch-all. I'm glad, you know what, David? I agree with you wholeheartedly that we have the hair gene. Thank God. Because we're both the same age, my friend. And so, in 1964, he moved to England. All right, from India. 1969, he joined a band called Ibex, which was really described as very Hendrix and blues influence. Now, I was going to play you some Ibex, but one of the few live things that was captured in September 69 in Liverpool, of all places, they covered the Beatles' Rain, and I really wasn't in the mood to try to get dinged by Lennon McCartney stuff, but it is out there on YouTube if you care to hear it. What we're going to play first, though, is another band that he was in around that time. Was called Wreckage. And what we have here is a demo of a song. Boy, I got a lot here. Of a song called Green. So let's check this out right now.
We can do it most anyway. No, we'll pick it up. Yeah, so don't listen. Don't forget, but when you after the two verses, he'd be doing the same thing like he did. Like he'd be going, then he'd be going.
Okay, look, let's get on with it. I want to sing. Right?
Let's start and change it. Tomorrow I'm going to see the light of the blue skies above me. And I'm ready and I'm going away. There's nothing you can do to stop me. My trouble lies in the mess. I'm gonna start again. The worst in the end.
Well, you don't look 59 either, so there. I think some of us age kind of decent. Some are luckier than others. And I'm waiting for the signs to turn me on to the power that is beckoning me on. And I'm ready, I know I'm going away. And some blessing when we can. He definitely sounds young and for 1969. Yeah, I do. Maybe about 10 years ago I didn't look so bad.
Rapidly changing to a place I've never seen. Green, turning green. Contaminated, start breathing fire, another boy. Green, turning green. Goes up my feet, are expanding to the deep cut line. I'm losing sense of rhythm, losing sense of rhythm. I'm completely changing to a brand new system.
That's right. I know. Kind of all over the place in a way. And then I grew my hair out during COVID. It was pretty long. Jim Morrison long. Well, geez. Mr. Mojo Rising, indeed. All right. So Ibex and Wreckage around the 1969-1970 time frame. 1970, though, Freddie joins what's called maybe Smile 2.0, if you will, with Roger Taylor and Brian May. All right. Um, any of the stuff that I pretty much found was basically old Smile tracks, although there is a reworking of Polar Bear, which I wasn't really going to kind of play that one, but that might be something if you're into that era. Um, oh no, Dave is here, man. I'm sure glad I'm not talking about him right now. That's funny. Anyways, Dave's not here, man. So in 1972, late 72 actually, and I know some of you people have probably heard about this one already, but we're going to play it. He cut some tracks for Mercury under the name Larry Lyrics. Yes, yes, yes. Larry Lyrics. And he ends up doing a cover of the Beach Boys' I Can Hear Music. And that's what we're going to play right now. Right. Yeah, I'll tell you, I do too. Could you imagine like if he didn't die in 91 and Queen I think Queen would have, they would have taken breaks like they tried to do before. Could you imagine if they at least there would have been a hell of a lot more interesting 90s records, I think, kind of curious to see how they would have adapted to the 90s and the early O's sounds. I don't think Queen would maybe still be around today per se with Freddie. I really just don't. I don't think they would have lasted 50 years, but I certainly think they definitely would have lasted a couple more albums. That's just my opinion, of course, though. But yeah, I mean, he was a really cool singer. Seemed like a really cool dude too in the interviews and such. And like I said, my one of my friends um, happened to literally bump into him at a club in Munich, and basically that would have been around 86, I think, 86. So right around the time of different kind of magic, and basically Freddie was flirting with him, and he basically was like he goes, nice guy he seemed, but he's like, just not my type. That's what he said, and I'm like, well, no offense, but probably is what saved you, from any future illness, if you will. Yes, he did. He did do a cover of The Great Pretender. That would have been something. Yeah, it is, and I don't quite know what I'm doing wrong, to be honest with you. I really, really don't. Oh, wait a minute. Let's see here. No, it's okay. I wanted to make sure it just wasn't my end. Like I said, I don't know much more I can do on this thing with the audio. I just don't understand what the hell the problem is. I really don't. I mean, I've got like the microphone on this thing is the default. Okay. And the speaker is also the default. We realized we kill echo cancellation. I don't want to do the automatic adjust mic volume because I don't know how good that's going to be. I stuck the mic volume in. Let's try. Does that sound any better? I did something else to it. Very low now. Son of a. When you rearrange the mic, it just got real low. Okay, well, let's try that. Figures. I can't win no matter what today. And here's the weird part about it, right? Um, I was listening to yesterday's video and the sound seemed okay. Maybe I just had it misplaced. This thing's a little touchy. Um, but it sounded fine when I was watching it through YouTube, so I don't understand, gang. I'm sorry. Anyways, um, I really wish I could go into deep dives with some of these artists. Okay. But obviously, after the Ozzy debacle that happened back in July, there's no way in hell I'm going to do that here anyway. Um, like I said, if we ever get to the jump to Rumble, which is what I'm thinking of doing, I just have been so busy on and off. I just haven't had a chance to really get into the meat and potatoes of that channel. Then we could do what we wanted to pretty much. It doesn't sound low at all. Okay. Put it closer to your mouth. That's what he said. I'm a pig. I'm a pig. I want to appreciate the 25 people here. I'm so horrible. So, with Queen, though, of course, 1973 to 91, and I don't know. Yeah, Mark, hope you're well, mate. Great job with the new album. Brandon says you'd have to give me a link to Rumble if and when you ever change. Yes, I would be giving everybody, the general links. Sausage link. Yeah, never pork link. Never mind. Anyways, one of my favorite Queen songs still is. I really like how this is done, and nobody really plays it on the radio. And I know the album is a groaner for some, but it will end up on Jukebox from Hell eventually. But we've got here from Hot Space Calling All. That's one of those tracks that always just gets me up when I hear him. Another one that lately, for some reason, Headlong. I love Headlong off of Innuendo. That's another one I'll crank out from time to time. I said crank out. Yes, yes, it is. Um, the last track for Freddie that we're gonna play off of the Mr. Bad Guy album was the first single. But before we do that, maybe, possibly, could be, would be, should be, might be, do be, maybe. Oh boy. Let's see. A Psycho, Queen's music is tarnished to me after learning of Freddie Mercury. Well, you know, see, this is the thing, okay? This is the thing. Um, and whoever that was, there was some technical issue. That's why I did what I did. Um, the problem is, I think 90% of the people in the music industry and probably even in the entertainment industry has got some type of perversions or sins or whatever you want to call it. Okay. Does that mean I'm approving of it? No. Does that mean that, I mean, it's Freddie Mercury, the singer, not really Freddie Mercury, the human being. Because I mean, I'll tell you this much. I've said this before about, like, for example, the Beatles and the Monkees. Okay. Um, just because I happen to love the music and maybe parts of people, there's a dark side to everybody, whether anybody want to admit it or not. Maybe I wouldn't know. I'm sorry. It shouldn't probably be. That shouldn't be that funny. It's not, but that is funny. So let's play. This was the first single that came off of Mr. Bad Guy, and it's called "I Was Born to Love You." Yes, yes, yes. Look at them. Look at that. That's 1985 right there, gang. 19 from the Mr. Bad Guy album, 1985. I was made. I was born to love you. Well, like I said, I'm trying to think when I actually first heard him. I don't know if it was. I mean, let's see. Could have been Keep Yourself Alive, but if that's the case, I was only like 6 or 7 when that came out. But I do remember that, like, really early though, so that might have been the first thing I heard from them. If not that, it probably was right around the Bohemian Rhapsody stuff, you know? And I used to like Bohemian Rhapsody, and I still do, but I only want to hear it once every couple of years because radio has killed that song, in my opinion. There's so many other Queen songs out there. Um, but I mean, like, what was the one that I heard not too long ago? I was really amazed that, and I wish I could tell you what radio station it was. Maybe it was the one in Eureka Springs. They played "Tie Your Mother Down," which I'm like, I haven't heard that in quite some time, and I was just like, wow, you know. And that same station would once in a while play "I'm in Love with My Car," which of course John Deacon sings that, and I was like, wow, okay, you don't hear that much. And then my friend, when we were working yesterday, he played "One Vision" from the Iron Eagle soundtrack. That's where it originally came from. Not much of a Queen fan myself, but still interesting to learn about the history. Oh, you betcha. I only like the first 4 albums, Queen 2 being my favorite. Well, now I'm throwing this out there, okay? And if I'm wrong, just tell me so. Um, Mainly, isn't those first 2 Queen albums a little more proggy, just a little bit more than, of course, the rest of the catalog? And I can understand that. I could. The bombast. Queen was always known for being bombastic. That's for sure. Which a lot of prog rock is bombastic. Um, By the way, what was it? If you're, I'm sorry, I'm going off sidetrack for a second, but Talk Shop Live currently right now has a book written by Derek Schulman, and the Gentle Giant mascot is on the cover of the book. Um, and that book should be coming out very, very soon. It also includes the book being signed, so go look at Talk Shop Live, and you can get one of those. Yeah, and like I said, there's nothing wrong with that. I just was actually trying to make an observation because I like I have some Queen, but I don't have all the stuff. My collection's in flux, but I did have the first few, and yeah. Um, I'm out and about. But are you going to In and Out? Because I'd like a couple hamburgers, please. I'm just teasing. All right. So, but that's the gist of the whole Queen thing. And of course, what was it? In 1995, they cobbled together to make Made in Heaven, which I'm not gonna lie, I've never heard that album. I don't know if I want to. Maybe some of you better Queen fans can tell me if it's really worth listening to. But like I said, for me, it ended with Innuendo in '91, and I liked that record. Damn it, I thought it was a really good record. I still remember hearing Headlong back then, and I'm like, holy shit! I knew right off the bat it was Queen, and I was like, I didn't know Queen had a new album because I like Innuendo. Now, maybe some of you people might roll your eyes when I tell you this, but in my opinion, I like Innuendo better than The Miracle. I only really like two songs off of The Miracle. I Want It All, and then there was another one on that. The rest of it to me just didn't really move me. You know what I'm saying? But that's just maybe me for you. Now, the next part of the tribute here. So, you figured out Calling All Girls. Of course, that was Freddie, right? So, Eyes of Love, you'll figure this out when I tell you that this next portion is Eric Carr. Yes, Eric Carr is the next part of this tribute. Word. Yeah, see, thank you. I tried to grasp it. I tried to really like it. And I just had, like I said, there was two songs. I wish I remembered the second song that on that album that I liked, but the rest of it to me, like I think that one of the most annoying ones to me was The Invisible Man. And I know they put that out as a single, and I was just like, ugh. I don't know. I don't know. I just wish I remember what that second song was I liked. So, Eric Carr passed away also November 21st, 1991, at the age of 41. All right. So, I know that everybody, of course, knows him from Kiss, but we're gonna we're gonna kind of touch on a few things pre-Kiss, and maybe, well, Mark, you probably heard some of this stuff anyway, and if not, then that's fine too. But basically, it says here, and I tried to jot, crib notes here. 1965, so he was 15 years old. He joined a band called the Allures, which was only around for a few months. In early '66, he joined up with a band called the Cellarmen, and the reason why is because, well, they pretty much practiced out of the cellar of one of the band members' houses. Can we pick up the show a bit? Yeah, I know, right? It does drag a little bit, but that's my speed, and that's all there is to it. I know he's kidding, I think. Anyways, so I found from the Cellarmen, they were around from '66 to '68. So this is 1967, and it's called Your Turn to Cry. Yes, so Eric Carr and the Cellarmen.
When it comes time to change my mind about you and me, we will see. You think it's fine to waste my time? I know you like how you will cry. You had my love, but you made my heart die. Left me for him. Now it's your turn to cry.
I'm not done yet. Just give me a little bit. I'm doing a chronological thing. I'm getting there.
Tomorrow, the day when I'll go away, then you'll be sad, or will you be glad? At last I can see that you're not for me. I know you like how you will cry. You had my love, but you made my heart die. then you'll
Oh
be
boy.
sad. Oh, will you be glad?
Well,
The
you
last
might
I
think
could
differently on one of the
see
tracks I'm
that
gonna
you're not
play.
for me. I know you like how children cry.
All right, see? You just rip the Band-Aid off. That's what you do. So, 1970 to 72, he's in a band called Salt and Pepper, not to be confused with Salt and Pepper. Oh God, aren't they the ones that go things that make you go things that make you go hmm? Anyways, so from the Salt and Pepper era. Oh, hang on a minute. What did I do? There we go. I boo-booed on that. From the Salt and Pepper era, we have a little something called Coordination, which Psycho kind of needs a bunch of coordination from time to time. Yeah, I hate winter too.
Yeah, 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 yeah. When you put your hand, you put your hand in mine, 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 mine. And then you whisper so softly, baby, yeah, 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 yeah. That I'm your prize. I said
Yeah.
I get a sweet sensation, yeah, 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 yeah. This is called a relation, na 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 na. Good coordination, baby, yeah, 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 yeah. It makes a better relation. Oh, oh. I say yeah. One that can dance so fine, and Mary can do the do, baby. But none of them all together can do it like a you.
Oh, you always say that.
I get a sweet sensation.
Still be nice to see anyway.
This is called a relation. Yeah, 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 yeah. Good determination, baby, baby. It makes a better relation. Na, 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 na,
I could
na,
see a
na,
little bit of that, Tina. I could.
yeah, yeah. I said a
Oh, wow. That's cool. Definitely. Yeah, it does kind of sound like a Vegas show, doesn't it? But it does kind of have a funky feel to it, too. So that was, like I said, somewhere between 70 and 72. I don't really have a year code on that thing. Well, then you get, and I didn't know anything about this until while I was prepping this. So Eric Carr, he's still Paul Caravello, of course. He's not Eric Carr yet, but he would be very shortly. He ends up kind of through connections, and he does drums on a couple tracks of a disco album that Casablanca puts out in 1979. So, in other words, he's on Casablanca a little bit before he joins Kiss, who's on Casablanca. How about that for strange? So, listen, I'm not going to subject to you all 10 minutes of this. I'm not doing it. But how about two? We're going to play 2 minutes of this. This is an album from Disco Symphony. Oh, excuse me, I apologize. Lightning is the name of the group. The song is called Disco Symphony. Anyways, remember I said I was only going to do a couple minutes. It would be a great roller skating tune, that's for sure. So he didn't play with the Ramones. No, 1, 2, 3, 4. So we go from that. Okay, so 1979 with Lightning on the Disco Symphony record. So then he joins Kiss. Yes, he does. And I'll tell you right now that yeah, I didn't say. Listen, I didn't say all we're going to be winners. Yes, and this next one kind of proves it. I love the cover. I remember buying this thing 50% for the cover and the other 50% for this song that came out when I was 15 years old. You guys are going to know what this is. Yes. Too bad Ace really wasn't on this record. Oh, okay. I forgot that doesn't come back into the fade. That would have been funny. Anyways, that whole damn album is amazing, though. If you don't have Creatures of the Night in your collection, whether you're a Kiss fan or not, this is that piece right there. Is how you he kind of was John Bonham-ish on those drums on that album, and you can thank Michael James Jackson and company for the miking on the drums. I thought it was a really yeah, it is a great album. I would suggest buying that for fact, as we say. So we speed up a little on the timeline to get to where Marcus wants to hear, because there is a very cool. This is a very cool song. This originally was done as a demo. It's Eric and Bruce Kulick, okay, and he kind of, if I remember the story on this, turned it in to possibly be included on the Hot in the Shade album, and Gene and Paul weren't having it. Big mistake, by the way, because this would have helped sell the damn album. You know what? Thank you. I ended up picking it up for a couple dollars here in town. I love my Snoopy. I love my Charlie Brown and stuff. So I present to you a very cool Eric track called Eyes of Love, yes, which is on that Record Store Day discs, and there's like a couple different iterations of all of this. But Rockology is the one we're getting this from. Dig this for a little bit. Yeah, that's ridiculous. I only paid like $3 for this one. Definitely. Yeah, I heard about that too, unfortunately. Gonna be after this. You may have a point. That's right. You can't see a thing when you're looking through the eyes of love, and boy, oh boy, is that true. I mean, I'll agree with you, Randy. The prices on stuff is ridiculous at Goodwill's. I mean, I don't know about you guys. It seems to vary based on wherever you guys are living. But I can tell you for a fact, at least the last time I checked a couple weeks ago, um, see, vinyl was $3.99 each. CDs, I think, were $2.99 each, and then the books were varied in prices, and this same for the DVDs. Although, what was it? About a couple months ago, I snagged for the complete Office DVD collection for $4.99. Which reminds me, I need to show you guys a find, but we're going to do it after the next section here as well. There are other thrift stores that are cheaper than Goodwill. You are absolutely right. Although I kind of a little just a teensy weensy sad that that the Salvation Army went off and left town. Um, so it's like the closest Salvation Army is 2 towns away. If I wanted to hit up there, but I haven't found anything in that one in a long time either. It's like slim pickings sometimes for the vinyl around here. Although there's another thrift shop that I went to 2 weeks ago, I think it was, and I got to go through like about 50, 60, 45s, but just nothing that I didn't already have, or the conditions were horrible on some of them, and I'm just like, mm-hmm. But that was the same place that I found. Oh, what was that Sun 45 I picked up, which was nice shape. I only paid $1 for it. So you just never know. Might blast some blood rock later today. Boy, oh boy. There's a there's a name. You have to excuse me for a second. Let me step away. I'll explain in a minute. For VC weather, Northwest Arkansas has rain right now. Currently in the I don't know what the temperature is right now. Between 55 and 60 last time I checked. No, I'm not in New Mexico. I took a wrong turn to and landed in Albuquerque. All right. Next little bit. Yep, we're going to talk about Jimmy Cliff. And he passed away, age 81. Oh, there's Toby. Of course, Toby shows up when Mama comes up. Although Toby's been acting kind of weird in the last 2 days. She tried escaping through the front door yesterday. She went, and then she had the nerve to hiss at me when I gently guided her back into the place too. No, I didn't. No, I didn't do that. Eh, Mommy's cat. Mommy's cat. Anyways, I'm 65, Johnny, not a spring chicken. Yeah, I'm only 58, gang, and I'm already feeling it. Casper, is that near Poof? I'm so confused. I, I I really am. My head hurts. Anyways, Jimmy Cliff, basically known for music from 1962 to his death. At age 17, he he wrote a song called Hurricane Hattie. That's what we're gonna play right now, actually. Yes. Um. Actually, I don't think I can. I think I've gone to the point the farthest I can go. Yeah, I think that's as far as I can go. But anyways, so Hurricane Hattie. I knew a few hurricanes. Nobody named Hattie though. That's all I can say about that. This next one here from 1969. John Lennon covered this at one point or another as well. He did, so I'm told. I could have sworn I think I might have even heard it too. Many Rivers to Cross. Yes. Many Rivers to Cross. 1969. Geez, I never really got into the Jimmy Cliff songs. I like what I'm hearing here, though. I'm going to check them out. And this is the reason why we do the show the way we do our show here, you know. That's all I can say about it, to be honest with you. I mean, that's what part of the. I mean, there is no such thing really as a mission statement in Psychos Platters, but I guess I would say if there was a mission statement, this would be part of it. It's just to be able to try to give you guys, expose you to new music and and archival music and stuff like that. And did I pick Anthology 4? No, I didn't pick that up yet. I think I'm going to wait a little bit on that. I'll tell you what is coming in the mail. I think next week is the new Cheap Trick. I'm getting that all washed up. It's autographed. That'll be kind of nice to add to the collection. Um, we got one song left in the queue. It's kind of a long one, and it's only because I just added it because I haven't heard this one in a very long time, and I know some of you people may moan and groan on it, but I'll explain what that is in a minute. But I'm not leaving yet. So don't run off. I've had a good, nice audience so far today. I really appreciate that. It's kind of a wet and dreary Monday night here. I don't know about your guys' day today, but today was a little crazy over in my side of the fence. Just seemed like people were a little bit cuckoo as well. I had to deal with a few things, and I felt like I played psychiatrist to a couple people too today, which I'm just like, hmm. And I was a little agitated too at work. I'll admit it. And I try not to, but it kind of came through a little today. You know, it is what it is. You know, life is what it is. Once again, if you care to, please smash the like button. Please subscribe if you haven't done so yet. Like I said, we're going to do a couple of videos this week as well. And if inclined, please donate. All the money goes to Cheap Coffee, Cheap Records, and to help offset the StreamYard theme. And also, once again, I want to thank the audience. We've hit over 200,000 views in this channel. It says, I went to Walmart today. People were fighting over turkeys. See, we didn't have to worry about that at our store. We really haven't. But then again, though, sales were a little down today, at least when I left. Just a little. Not too much, but a little. I think that I don't want to. I'm just going to throw this out there. That's it. I think this year's economy, just is not as. It definitely is worse off than it was last year. That's all I'm going to say about that for the holiday type stuff. But I don't know. I want everybody to have a good Christmas and a good, and a good Thanksgiving, and somehow we'll make it through. We all kind of have to make it through, right? Right. So Brandon, you went off and said that you wanted to maybe to go play a little bit of Blood Rock later. Well, how about we just do it right now? I was at the farm today, and the turkeys were fighting over the farmer. Oh, now there you go, Turkey Fight Club. Personally, I don't mind a good turkey club. I really don't. Turkey and bacon and tomato and, anyways, on that note, which kind of almost directly ties into this song here. We're going to play Blood Rock's most well-known song, DOA. Almost 8.5 minutes. Yeah, I didn't realize it was that long. But, FM radio back then would play the hell out of this. You betcha. So let's listen to this. Off of Blood Rock. How about them apples? What other show are you going to get that goes from Freddie Mercury to Queen to Kiss to Eric Carr to Jimmy Cliff and then land off with Blood Rock's DOA? Just this one. That's the reason why you're here. It's the reason why I got the best goddamn audience in YouTube. It's a fact. As Mello would say, fact. Kind of does have a Starship Trooper sound, just a little. Just a little. One of these days, when I'm half bored, we're going to do like I used to do on my own when I did radio in Chicagoland. We're going to have a long song show. Nothing under 5 minutes. We can do it. This would have been a good example, but I'm not going to reuse it. There's other ones. But it's got to be at least like 5 minutes long minimum for the long song show. For that one, good. Can you believe we'd be on for like 3-4 hours that day? Who knows? You know what, gang? This is Thanksgiving week, and I do have to tell you, I'm very, very thankful for a lot of things. I'm a big bitch sometimes, I'll admit it. But I am very thankful. I'm thankful for my family. I'm thankful for my job, even if I do hate it. It is a job. I'm thankful for the place that I live here and this, the roof over the head. And like I said, I'm thankful for my family, even Toby, wherever Toby's at, my furry grandcat. We don't know where she's at. Toby disappeared again. 4 hours, that's enough for 2 whole meals. End to end. Yeah, maybe if you time it right. But just be thankful for the things that you got in the world. And you know what? I'll tell you something truthfully here. Maybe. I am thankful for this guy. I really am. And other than evil Uncle Jim, he's the only other dude I know from that lives in the state of Wyoming.
Hey,
Me,
Paul.
I live in the state of insanity. That's where I
Yeah.
live. How's it going?
Actually, oh, excuse me. I was eating something. Just a second. I'm
Did you
good.
did you were eating something?
Just a snack, yeah.
Well, what was it? Now I want to know.
Cinnamon roll.
Cinnamon rolls. I like cinnamon M&M rolls.
Well, actually, I didn't feel like I had anything to add, but since you played that song, DA, we should play that song. I don't know if you ever want to play that song, Timothy by the Boys from '71 sometime.
You know what? I've
Not today, but
played. Oh
oh yeah,
no. We'll play Timothy now. Actually, I just haven't played it in a while. But why not? Everybody seems to still be doing this here. And you know what? What a controversial song this is
yeah.
too.
I read the Wikipedia article about it too. I know the
Yeah,
song's.
Rupert Holmes wrote
Yep,
this.
yep, I knew that.
Oh boy. So let's see. Do I give you guys the one with the lyrics? You all can sing along. Sure, I'll give you the
Oh,
lyrics.
was there a lyric version? Yeah. I mean, I
Yes.
do. Excuse me.
You know what I like through this song is just the banjo. That's what it is. Now, this was recorded in 1971.
Excuse me.
Yes. And don't choke on your cinnamon M&M roll
No.
or your orange roll. Wyoming Dave the Lamb, happy Thanksgiving,
Hey,
everyone. We've had
hey,
ours in
Brandon.
October too early. You're right. You could still have a Cherduncan if you wanted to.
Well, I forget to ask Canadians what date. What date do they have their Thanksgiving on? I forget to ask Canadian. I have to ask someone.
I don't know, but if I remember correctly, Johnny L, does it involve Canadian ham stuffing? I'm just curious because I'd still eat it. It doesn't matter, with Canadian ham, Canadian bacon, shove it in that turkey.
Canadian bacon.
Oh boy. See, you are now known as Dave the Lamb the
Yeah,
Fifth. I didn't know you were royalty. But you
Brandon.
know what? I guess if you're, this is a good segue because I guess if you're hungry, you might just eat anything. Oh my. Like this example. Yikes. We went from DOA to Timothy. I don't know. Available at KFC currently right now with 2 sides.
Words.
Oh, that's horrible. I could see it now. Listen, he went from dead on arrival to cannibalism. This show is ridiculous. Mm.
Yeah, that's a,
Here you go. Randy goes,
yeah,
how do you want your steak? Well done or Timothy?
I just see that. Mm,
UK doesn't have Thanksgiving. Well, yeah, you wouldn't have a reason to, unfortunately. At school, we used to have the pagan tradition called Harvest Festival. Then The Wicker Man came out. Excellent Iron Maiden song, by the way. And rather than ban the film, they banned Harvest Festival.
yeah, I watched that
You know
movie.
what would have been? I'm sorry. Okay, so Wicker Man, I know what this is about, but I think what would have been funnier for an ending. So Nicolas Cage, he's there, getting burned,
I've seen that
and
version too.
and he just goes, and at the end he simply says, "God, I smell tasty," and that's the end.
Can you hear me pretty good?
Oh yeah,
See,
absolutely.
I don't have my microphone's connected to my webcam, so
My microphone's connected to the webcam, and the webcam's connected to the butt cam. No, that's not right.
yeah.
Connected to the Toby cam.
Mm.
Okay, so we go from one food to the other. We go from well, we went from God, we went from Jesus, went from Timothy, which could be human, could be a donkey, but chances are it's a human.
Thanks, 4D man. Thanks.
And let's see here. Hang on, I gotta set this up. I just paid the bill, Cox. Leave me alone. Talking about Cox Internet before you guys get all pervy here. Anyways, so then we go, like I said, we go from Timothy to, oh boy, he wants his baby back ribs. I mean, what?
Jerry.
Oh my! So I'm guessing at the end he just decided to climb on in there.
Mm.
See, I never heard that completely. I forgot that was the ending to that.
I never heard. Randy knows some songs I'd never heard before.
Yeah, well, that sounds like Paul's mic. Yeah, probably. Some bands never missed an issue of Famous Monsters of Filmland. Great magazine though. When I used to be able to read that. Ladies and gentlemen, we're almost at a. Yeah, see, you have the 45. Yeah,
Cool.
that's on Tolly, if I remember correctly. Today, I think what was it? They said that 1645s ever were released on Tolly, which was an offshoot of EJ.
Beatles
And
did one.
the Beatles were two of them, if I remember right. Twist and Shout and Love Me Do were the two. But there also is what's called a Northern Soul 45 that is like in big demand. I wish I remember the name of it right off the top of my head. But it used to be extremely scarce, and then somehow they found. I remember reading this story, part of it, that there was a mini record warehouse in Florida, and they managed to uncover a couple hundred copies of this 45. So
That's a lot.
it's still not that easy to get, but it is a hell of a lot easier than it was, say, 10, 15 years ago. But yep. So on that note, gang, you know what? I think I'm going to go the safe route. Okay, we kind of went from Timothy to baby back ribs to.
Baby back ribs.
I think I almost lost my appetite. I think I'm just going to chew a record. Good night, everybody. We'll see you Wednesday night. I love you all.
Take it easy, gallery.
Even if I do want my baby.
Psycho's Platters is a Love Peace production.